Hello everyone, welcome to ITPK and welcome back to Windows Server's beginner series. In this video, we will see to the point steps on how to backup and restore Active Directory integrated DNS zone on Windows Server. As we know that DNS is an integral part of Active Directory domain services as it is entirely responsible for DNS name resolution. When the DNS gets swayed, locating resources in the network become impossible, and approximately all Active Directory operation stops. Therefore, it is absolutely necessary that we have a backup DNS server and we could restore a backup of DNS server locally. Microsoft preferred method is to backing up a DNS server is through system state backup. However, this method is time consuming and more complex, and it also requires restarting domain controllers. However, this method also requires restoring an Active Directory database and other components. As a result, downtime will be increased and which result a negativity and also impact the productivity. Fortunately, there are other methods available to backup your DNS server independently. We can use PowerShell and DNSCMD.exe command to backup and restore Active Directory integrated DNS zones. We have here single Active Directory domain controller, and also this server has assigned a local IP address 10.50.0.19. Let's go to DNS. You can go to DNS by clicking on tools and click on the DNS. And also you can go to DNS by opening here run menu, type here dnsmgmt.msc. Let me close this first and it's okay. And here you go. We have opened a DNS. In the DNS Manager, you can see we have three integrated zone here, and we will be using this domain.com zone just for your understanding. So I have created this. Let's expand the forward lookup zone and go to domain.com. Now take a look of resources of DNS and startup authority number here in domain.com zone. In this video, we will use Windows PowerShell to backup domain.com Active Directory integrated zone. In the start menu, let's open Windows PowerShell as an administrator. Right click on PowerShell and run as administrator here. Okay, let's get the DNS server zone. Get DNS server zone. You will get the list of DNS server zones here. Hopefully, perfect. These are the DNS zones present on this server, and we can see also the domain.com, our required DNS server zone is also listed in the DNS lists, in the zone list. Now I will paste the command here to export DNS server zone here. And in this command, I will also type the name in which DNS server zone will be exported and save the zone's data. Let's type export DNS server zone, then type zone space domain.com. You want to export DNS zone server zone for domain.com. We want to export them in a file. Let me see the command I have saved here, domain.com.back. So let's specify this command here, domain.com.back. Let's run the command and see. Hit enter. The command ran successfully and the the DNS zone domain.com data should be backed up into domain.com.back folder. So now let's go ahead and verify our backup file. Open start menu, open run and go to system32. We suppose to find here our DNS back file. Locate here to DNS folder. In the DNS folder, we got the file here successfully a minute ago. If you can see domain.com.back. That's perfect. Now let's verify the resource records and open this file with Notepad. Try an app on this PC and Notepad here. Okay, here you can verify all the resource record in the Notepad file. We can confirm this is our DNS data. Let's close the Notepad backup file here. That's it. The backup of DNS Active Directory Integrated Zone has been completed for domain.com zone that I have created for your understanding. Now let's see how we can create or restore Active Directory Integrated Zone using this backup file, or how we can restore Active Directory Integrated Zone using this backup file. To test this, we have to first delete the domain.com DNS zone using PowerShell. Type the command here: remove -DNS server zone space -name domain.com space hyphen RCE force. Hit enter. Perfect. The DNS Zone domain.com has been deleted successfully. For your understanding, I can show you in the DNS Manager. So let me refresh the DNS Manager and we can see this zone is not loaded, right? Or we can see the error. Let's open the DNS Manager again. Tools, DNS. Yeah, now we don't have the third zone domain.com we have created, right? And that's gone. And also the same command we can verify on the PowerShell by running get -DNS server zone. This will get the list for us and we will not have domain.com here as that is deleted. Now let's begin the restoration process. Let me clear the screen. First, we need to create standard primary DNS zone using that backup file. Then we will convert the standard primary DNS zone into Active Directory integrated DNS zone. You can accomplish this using PowerShell, but in this video, I will use GUI method so that you will understand it more easily and better. Let's go back to DNS Manager here. Okay, right click on the forward lookup zone, go to New Zone, click Next. Keep here primary zone and remove store the zone in Active Directory. Click Next. Let's type the zone name domain.com. Again, click Next. This time we have to choose this option, use this existing file. Make sure you have the file with the name domain.com.dns at specified path. Our backup file is already at that location, so we don't have to do anything else except renaming that backup file. Now let's go back to the DNS folder where we had this file. We just need to rename it from back to DNS as we have in DNS Manager. So let's here DNS and hit enter. Click yes. Now let's go back to the restoration process of DNS. We have the same name. Click next. Again click next. And here we have all the settings that we have set up and click finish. The standard primary zone has created successfully. Now you can go back and expand forward lookup zone, and here you can click on domain.com, the DNS zone, and ensure all the records are present. All the required records are present. In the next step, we will convert this standard primary DNS zone to Active Directory integrated DNS zone. To do this, click on the DNS zone domain.com and go to properties. Here you can see the type is primary. So click on change, click on OK. Now select the checkbox to store this zone in Active Directory and click on OK. Click yes. Now we need to define the replication scope. Click on change. If you want to make these changes to all DNS server running domain controller in the forest, you can select first option, and to all DNS server running on domain controller in this domain, you can select the second option, and the third option is to all domain controller in this domain for Windows 2000 compatibility. We want to keep here the second option that is already selected, and we want to replicate this DNS server running on domain controllers in this domain. Click on OK. Now we also want to allow dynamic updates for this DNS, and let's select secure only. So click apply and OK. Now we should have a DNS zone domain.com up and running. So let's go on the forward lookup zone, and that's perfect. We have domain.com and type is Active Directory integrated primary, and status is running here. That's all about this simple video that how to backup and restore Active Directory integrated zone into a DNS manager. We have used PowerShell, we have used DNS Manager GUI for your understanding, and we got the result here. The primary Active Directory DNS zone is here now for domain.com, and it's in the running state. Thanks for watching. Keep watching and don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye.